What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King, and I am back with another Dauntless video. And before we get started, I'd ask if you would please watch the entire video, leave a like on the video, and if you watch the entire video, like the video, I'd ask if you would please sub to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications. Now, in today's video, we're going to discuss all the ways that I think that Dauntless can improve. Now, I'm not a video game editor. I'm just simply offering my suggestions. These are my own personal opinions to help make the game better because I like the game. I really do enjoy the game. I play it all the time. I'm actually going to be streaming it a little bit later on today because I'm going to upload this and then I'm going to give y'all some gameplay footage later when I go live stream. But these are just all the ways, in my opinion, that I think the game can improve because it's not a bad game, but there's definitely room for improvement in my honest opinion. The first thing I would ask Phoenix Labs to do to make this game better is offer +6 sales. This is what I mean by this. As I have a legendary weapon in my hand, you see how the highest I can go is +3 on anything? I believe that should be +6. So you should be able to have +6 sales to go along with your gear. Now, here's why I say this. Because I can go right over here to the middleman. Right? I can go right over here to the middleman. Right? Let me go ahead and speed this up since it's almost done anyway. I got number 3 ace chips. You can speed that up, right? Okay, that's the +3 Rage Hunter cell. Now watch what I do. Now I'm no mathematician or anything like that, though I am college educated. But watch when I do this. This is why I say they should go ahead and have +6 sales. Because 1, it makes it easier on the loadout. 2, it makes you more versatile. And 3, it just makes sense. Now watch this. I'm gonna have 2 plus sales, right? I don't have any Iceborne, so I'm gonna have 2 +2 Iceborne cells, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and speed them up. That was 2 + 2, right? When does 2 + 2 equal 3? You see what I'm saying? So they should go ahead, in my opinion, and go ahead and let us have +6 sales. That would be the first thing I'd ask for them to do to improve this game. The number two thing I would improve in Dauntless is the vault. Now, for anyone that doesn't know too much about video games or how these reward systems work, I can honestly say that though I get what they tried to do with the vault, it needs improvement. Here's how I would improve it. Just my own personal opinion. You see how they have the time slots for how long they're going to be available? And you see how I already own this? I could easily have owned that if I'd have bought the hunt pass for that. These are hunt passes I've had earlier just this year. Same with this one, right? So here's my idea. Why don't Phoenix Labs just improve the vault and give me something to grind for other than something I already have or don't really want? How about instead of just having a limited supply of selection right here, how about they treat the vault the same way they do the store? Right? And what I mean by that is, you see how the store has everything on display for a certain price? You know, they even have special offers I can get, you know, with supplies, weapons, featured offers, my own personal offers, armor and everything. You see how they have everything on display? I think they should just go ahead and just try it out. But I truly believe if they went ahead and did they treated the vault the same way they do the store and have everything with the price already on it, with the vault tokens you already ground up, just have everything on display and everything for everything I do own and don't own. I'm not saying you got to go through and personally make sure you got to take out everything people own, but if I already own it, just do what you did right here. Just have it say that I have it owned, right? And then have the things I don't own all on display the same way y'all do the same with the store. That would help out a lot of people. It would keep people it would keep people playing and grinding for hunt passes, grinding for the hunt pass even after the hunt pass is done. And I just think it works out for everybody. That's less work that Phoenix Labs has to do overall by putting everything on display in the vault the same way they do the store. That's my number 2. Number 3 way to improve Dauntless. As I get a guild invite, segue into the right. It's funny because the segues right into exactly what I was getting into, ironically enough. The guild's on here. As you see right here, I'm part of a guild. We're really good at what we do. We're very good. I call us the bad boys of Ramsgate, even though we have a few chicks in here. I call us the badasses of Ramsgate. I know, but I think that we, since we're in the guild, that should mean something. Whether that should be more platinum for the hunt pass. I don't know if it's more rewards in the hunt pass. Whether that be more access to more stones, you know, more what am I looking for? More patrol chests. Make being in the guild mean something. It should be, me being in the guild in this game should be more than just me teaming up with a few people that I know can slay. You know, we should be getting bonus rewards for being in the guild. We should have guild rankings, worldwide guild rankings, in my opinion. You know what I mean? The best guilds in the world. Come on now, let's not. I'm not thinking that. I don't think that that's anything too difficult to do. Make being in the guild mean something. Let's have seasonal rewards for being in the guild. Let's have rankings for being in the guild. Let's have the fastest amount of time. You know, the same way y'all do trials. Let's make that. Let's take that concept and put it right here in the guild, so being in the guild means something other than just, oh, I'm just a part of some people that know how to slay too. You know what I mean? Let's make being in the guild mean something. Let's give bonus rewards for platinum, bonus rewards for something. We need bonus rewards in the ranking system. I think you add those two elements into being in the guild, people would actually look forward to being in the guild and staying in one, other than just playing just to play with people I already played with. The number 4 way I would improve Dauntless is reward 25 platinum for every 150 or 200 vault tokens you get after your hunt pass is finished. Now, for anybody that plays this game on a regular basis like I do, we can all agree this hunt pass, these 50 level hunt passes, even if you don't buy them, because I don't buy the first 15 levels, I buy the hunt pass to get the elite. I buy the elite pass, but I grind the entire pass from level 1 all the 50. And as you see, I still have 17 days left in this hunt pass. That's 2 weeks and 3 days, right? I was finished with this 10 days ago. You see what I'm saying? What is the point of me grinding just for vault tokens if all I'm gonna get and be offered is things I already have or things I don't really want? Hence the reason why I said earlier, if you have everything on the vault on display like you do in the store, that gives me a reason to want to grind up these vault tokens. And also, if you give me 25 platinum for every, because you know I know they use platinum as a way to monetize the game and everything like that, and I get it, but if I'm grinding for vault tokens, make the vault tokens mean something. If you're not going to put everything on display in the vault the way you do the store, and every 150 to 200 vault tokens give me 25 platinum, you won't even have to do the whole 50. Give me 25. That gives me something else to grind, that keeps people playing your game longer also. And with that gives me access to wanting to buy things in your store. And if you do the things with the vault the way I suggested, that would make the plan it just make an all-around better experience for the game, and that gives me another reason to play the game. Because at the end of the day, that's all I'm really doing, is giving people another reason to play the game, to make the game better. When I say make the game better and improve it, I'm just giving y'all an opportunity to look at this video and say, you know what, we can take those ideas and use them as a reason to get people to play this game more often. Because I love this game and I think it deserves more credit than what it gets. But if it's going to continue to be vague, there's not really much you can really do. However, if you do small things like reward 25 platinum for every 150 to 200 vault tokens, that'll give me a reason to want to play again. That'll give me a reason to want to play even more, and also that'll get me in the store to spend money on platinum. That'll bring me to the store to want to, spend more money on cosmetics. The number 5 way I would improve this game is increase the daily bounty tokens. I truly do not believe that I truly do not believe that 2 bounty tokens a day is enough to make me want to play anymore, especially if the rewards are going to be lackluster. Okay, let's just be honest. I'm not capping, I'm not trying to be facetious. Let's just be honest here. We're just being honest. That's what we do here in the Realm of Rage. We're honest here. All right, I believe that they should buff the bounty token minimum you get per day to 5. And the reason why I say 5 is 5 bounties is more than enough 5 a day is more than enough to keep me playing one, especially if you're just going to take them, especially if they're not going to carry over. 5 bounty tokens a day should not be a problem if you're not going to let me carry them over, which is another thing in itself. I believe that the bounty tokens should carry over if you're going to give me so little or not nearly enough to keep me playing today. Because to be honest with you, as y'all see, I have 4 bounty tokens, 2 a day. Dude, I can go through those bounty tokens in an hour. That's literally no problem for me. But for the newer players, dude, for the newer players and people that are trying to come play this game, even come back to this game, I believe that if you buff the bounty tokens to 5 per day instead of 2, that gives me another reason to keep playing, another reason to get in the vault, and another reason to, continue to grind on the hunt pass. Give me 5 bounty tokens instead of give me 5 bounty tokens instead of 2. The number 6 way I would improve Dauntless is faster reload cells for repeaters. Now, I don't know how many people in the world are a big fan of the repeaters like I am, but I love the repeaters. They are my main weapon, and it's no secret that they are maxed out all the way, all stars across my mastery. That's not by accident. Okay, I love the repeaters in this game. However, one way I believe they should improve is have a cell that has me reload my repeaters fast, especially on power up. I don't know if it's happened to you, but y'all have seen me in my videos and in my streams where I go to reload and my frames drop. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by frames drop is it's something that should normally take 1.5 real-time seconds. I get lagged out and it ends up taking 2.5 to 3 real-time seconds. Now, instead of me having that extra second to get out of the way, now I have to eat that extra second and take a hit. You see what I'm saying? Now, I believe the faster reload cells for repeaters, I'm not saying make them OP to where it's just instant, but it definitely needs to the reload on this game, especially with power-ups, need to definitely be faster than what they are. They should not take 2.5 to 3 real-time seconds to reload. They should not, especially if you need air to reload them. Okay, that's all I'm saying. The number 7 way I would improve this game is everybody's been clamoring for a new weapon, right? So I came up with the idea, if you're gonna have strikers for the fists, why not have strikers for the feet? Now, I wouldn't call them strikers. You can call them feet strikers, call them whatever you want. But I definitely think if you're going to have fists and you're going to have all these handheld weapons, why not have weapons to where you could kick? You know what I mean? And it makes perfect sense. Why not have weapons to where you can kick? You got ones where you can punch. You got ones where you can shoot. You got axes. You got hammers. You got chain blades. You got swords. Why not have the first ever foot? What's the word? What's the term I'm looking for? Foot integrated weapon, if that's the term I'm looking for, or a weapon that causes you to use your feet. Why not go ahead and just have foot strikers? You know, it's better than the bow and arrow people think they want, and it's not gonna work out the way they think it is. So why not have foot strikers? If I can punch the hell out of a behemoth, what's stopping me from kicking one too? So I believe foot strikers should be added to the game as another weapon. Another improvement on Dauntless I would make is 6 to 8 man hunts. 4-man hunts are cool, don't get me wrong, but let's be honest here. 4-man player games are old school. Okay, we're in the era now where you absolutely need internet to play the game, even access your game half the time. So what's the problem with having 6 to 8 man hunts and having possible escalations, if not trials, where they have possibly more than 2 behemoths at a time? What about a 6 to 8 man hunt where you say you got a 6-man hunt? What's wrong with having 3 behemoths on the field at the same time? You got an 8-man hunt. What's wrong with having 4 behemoths on the field at the same time? Maybe you add it in the trials. Maybe it's a special form of escalation. You know, find a way to do it. But I ultimately think 6 to 8 man hunts will be a great addition to this game. 6 to 8 man, it's a lot more chaos. The behemoths can be stronger and tougher to defeat. You can add different types of modifiers and everything to it. I just think overall it would be a great idea. It'd definitely be a great beta test. Number 9, the legendary weapons ability on every legendary weapon, I believe, should be a boop. If it should be a boop or an interruption if it hits flush. Because let's be honest, what's the point of having a legendary weapon with legendary powers if it isn't gonna do anything legendary other than cause minor damage that you really probably didn't even need? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen anything too overpowered about Malkirion's special ability. I've never seen anything too overpowered with any weapon from Torgadoro. I was about to call him Chirambi, that's my nickname for him. I've never seen any overpowered ability from Thrax. So why not make that legendary ability legendary? Since you can only use it one time, why not make that, if it hits flush, only if it hits clean, make it an automatic interruption? That would make the legendary weapons feel legendary, instead of just making it feel like I did damage that I probably could have did without. Again, just my opinion, just try it out. But I believe that the legendary weapons legendary ability should be an automatic interruption, or boop, whatever you want to call it. It should be an automatic interruption if hit flush on a behemoth. The 10th thing I would improve about Dauntless is individual base stats. You're only as strong, as you look right here throughout my loadout, throughout my build, you're only as strong as the weapon and the gear you have on, and the ability to press the dodge button, of course. But you're only as strong as your weapons and your gear appear for you to be. Why can't I see how hard I can hit consistently? Why can't I see what my weak attack strength would be if I'm like, for instance, if I'm doing a regular melee attack, I should be able to consistently see, I should be able to go into the stats and see how hard that is, depending on my weapon level. Not just give me whatever numbers y'all feel like giving me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I should have base stats to where I can see how hard I hit on the consistent, how hard my regular melee attacks are, how hard my hard attacks are. You know, I should not just, are you only as strong as the weapon you have and your weapons. No, my actual character himself should have powers too. Should have the ability to, you know, should have base stats himself too. The 11th thing I would do to improve Dauntless, excuse me, is the ability to level up your lanterns. Now, as you see right here, all you have to do is craft the lantern and it's already max level reach. Like, how do I know that it's going to be as strong as it is? You know what I mean? Why does this only have to be created once, but yet I come right over here, right to big shouldered ass Moira, and I can have levels to every piece of gear I have, to every weapon I have. If I was to go over to the striker lady, if I was to go over if I was to go over here to Will's, I should be able, we should all be able to level up. We should all be able to level up our lanterns. Lanterns should have a leveling system, not just created once and then you just get the power wherever we decide. Let me have more control. And then honestly, that's another reason, that's yet another reason that people will have to play the game is, oh man, I want to get my lanterns leveled up. That's the reason for me to go do more patrol hunts, more patrol hunts, more escalations, the ability to level up my lanterns. And with that, since I'm on the subject of lanterns, I believe that the lantern radiuses should be increased. The only one, if y'all have noticed, the only lantern I really like using is Pangar's Shine, and it's because it has a great radius of, it has a big radius, it has a circle, a radius of, a circumference, I really should say. It has a circumference of damage. Like, there's damage all over the floor, there's damage all over the ground for a certain amount of feet. You know, there's damage on the ground. With things like Koshai's Bloom, Emmermain's Rapture Drasa, with Emmermain's, it's just a little ball. You just sit right there. It's just a little ball. I believe that all lanterns should have the same radius and the same effect. Not as far as like ice damage or anything, but the same radius and the same effect as Pangar's Shine. How Pangar's Shine, you can set the lantern and it's on the ground, it's got a big circumference, a big circle on the ground, it's doing all kind of damage on the ground. Each and every last one of these lanterns should be able to have that same ability that Pangar's Shine do. We can go right, we can dash fast real quick and do a certain amount of damage. We can create this little ball of fire. No. We can do this little lightning bolt. No, it should all the lanterns, in my opinion, should have the same radius and circumference as Pangar's Shine and do the same amount of damage. Like, why do a little fireball when y'all can simply just have the same, you know, the same radius of ice damage right here? Why not have that right here? And just have fire on the ground to where I'm doing fire damage the same way this does ice damage. Why? And the same thing for here. Why can't I just have terror damage doing the same radius in the same way that this does? It just makes more sense that way. Last but not least, the last way I would improve Dauntless, in my opinion, is a greater grenade variety. Yeah, that was a mouthful to say, but a greater grenade variety would be better. As you see, we have the barrage grenade, the cold snap grenade, the concussive grenade, the inferno grenade, and the transfusion grenade. Transfusion grenade gives health. This does fire damage. Concussive grenade boops and interrupts. This does ice damage, and that does normal damage, or neutral damage, excuse me. We don't have just neutral ice and fire behemoths. We also have terror behemoths. Where are the terror grenades at? We have shock behemoths. Where are the shock grenades at? We have radiant behemoths. Where are the radiant grenades at? We have umbral behemoths. Where are the umbral grenades at? Those 4 grenades are missing. Now, I don't use the grenades as much as other people, but for the people that have the grenades as a great part of their attacking scheme, having these 4 grenades added to this selection right here would do wonders for the game, because that's another way I can defeat the behemoth. That's another way I can do damage to a behemoth, not just be limited and do damage to a behemoth. It makes no sense for me to just only be able to take neutral and cold and fire and I'm going to fight a terror behemoth. It makes no sense to make, you know, just to bring these 3 or these 4 damaging grenades right here when I'm going to fight a radiant behemoth. That's not going to do the amount of damage I'm looking for. That doesn't give me a type advantage, like say the gear does, like say my weapons do. If the weapons in the gear are gonna be type specific, behemoth specific, then I believe the grenade should do. I believe the grenade should as well, because it just makes more sense that way. So those are my ways to improve Dauntless. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Like the video if you stuck around this long, sub if you're new. My name is Rage King, and I will be back later on with more videos, more streams, and more content, and I will be back. Thank y'all for watching, and God bless. See y'all later.